Serving Ottawa, Carleton, and the Ottawa Valley, this is Maclean Hunter Cable TV.
Welcome back for the final of School Reach 1992 between Sir Robert Borden and Bell. Both these teams will be representing Ottawa as they move on to the next round, the provincial playdowns. Let's meet our two teams for this final, starting with Sir Robert Borden.
Hi, I'm Natasha.
I'm Nimesh.
Hi, my name is Raymond, but today you can call me Ray.
Hi, I'm Shield.
And now let's meet the team from Bell.
Hi, I'm Daryl Farr.
Ted Penton.
Michelle Dunstan.
Hi, I'm Mark Chase.
All right, let's move right into some snappers to start this championship game for School Reach 1992. What is the capital of Poland? Michelle?
Warsaw.
That's right. Who is president of the Canadian Labour Congress? Michelle?
Bob White.
No. Sir Robert Borden? It is Shirley Carr. King Leka is the exiled ruler of what country? Shield?
Swaziland.
No. Bell? It is Albania. Which crustacean walks sideways? Daryl?
Crab.
That's right. Now, these questions are on famous people. Who is referred to in each of these brief descriptions? This famous playwright and author won the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1925. Ray?
Eugene O'Neill.
No. I'll finish the question for Bell. He won the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1925 and was responsible for the plays Caesar and Cleopatra, Man and Superman, and Pygmalion. Ted?
Bernard Shaw.
That's right. What man founded the studios that made film, animation, and art? Shield?
Walt Disney.
That's right. And winner of the worldwide honors for his contribution to aviation, he was the first person to fly the Atlantic Ocean. Shield?
Lindbergh.
That's right. These questions are on biology. What is the term for chemicals used to control plant diseases caused by fungi? Daryl?
Fungicides.
That's right. What is a general term for organisms that reduce the activity of or damage caused by diseases and insects? Nimesh?
Parasites.
I'm sorry?
Parasites.
No. Diseases and insects to plants. Bell? Michelle?
Insecticides.
It is biological control agents. And what is a general term for a chemical secreted by one microorganism that inhibits or kills the growth of another? Daryl?
Toxin.
No. Robert Borden? Natasha?
Antibiotic.
That's right. It's an antibiotic. Now we have our first team question in this championship game. I'll read a question. The team that gets it correctly will have the next three questions. Nicknamed the Bambino. Shield?
Babe Ruth.
That's right. Now the remainder of these questions go to Sir Robert Borden, all dealing with Babe Ruth. Signed at 19 by the minor league Baltimore Orioles, Ruth was sold to what team for whom he became an outstanding pitcher?
Boston Red Sox.
That's right. What specific record was set by Ruth in 1927?
Most home runs in one season?
Specifically.
60.
That's right. And built in 1923, what baseball institution came to be known as the house that Ruth built?
Yankee Stadium.
That's right. Back into open competition now for both teams, and we're talking about European royal families. To what royal family did the French monarch Louis... Michelle?
Bourbon.
That's right. What was the name of the ruling family of the Austro-Hungarian... Michelle?
Habsburg.
That's right. Who was the last Romanov ruler of Russia? Michelle?
Nicholas II.
Right. And finally, by what name was the present House of Windsor known? Michelle?
Saxe-Coburg-Gotha.
That's right. Now we have some questions on people. Which English clergyman was the inventor of the power loom? Michelle?
Jacquard.
No. Sir Robert Borden? Nimesh?
K.
It was Edmund Cartwright. Which U.S. general was the first commander-in-chief in the Korean War? Michelle?
MacArthur.
That's right. Now let's move into our assigned question, where I'll read each member of each team a question. And these deal with headlines. I will give you 3 headlines of World War II, and you supply me with the year in which they were published. And we'll start with Sir Robert Borden and Natasha. U.S. B-29s make first raid on Japan. Americans complete conquest of Guam, and Stalin renounces neutrality pact with Japan. What year?
1942.
No? Half points for Daryl?
41.
No, it was 1944. Nimesh? Marshal Pétain becomes leader of France. Britain drives the Italian army out of Egypt, and Russia and Finland sign a peace treaty ceding territory to Russia.
1943.
No? Half points for Ted?
1940.
That's right, for 5 points. Ray, Roosevelt and Churchill met at Casablanca. British Air Force makes its first daylight bombing raid on Berlin, and the Allies conquer Sicily.
1941.
No? Michelle, for half points?
1942.
It was 1943. And Shield, Soviet Army captures Warsaw. Kantaro Suzuki becomes Prime Minister of Japan, and the British capture the Burmese port of Rangoon.
45.
That's right. Now, Bell, we'll start with Daryl. British Navy sinks the German battleship Charnost. U.S. forces land on Attu in the Aleutian Islands, and the Japanese evacuate Guadalcanal.
43.
That's right. Ted, the USS Lexington is sunk by the Japanese. The Germans capture Sevastopol on the Black Sea, and General Erwin Rommel captures Tobruk in North Africa.
42.
That's right. Michelle, German V-1 rockets attack England for the first time. The Red Army penetrates the boundaries of Latvia and Lithuania, and the Soviet Union declares war on Bulgaria.
44.
Right. And finally, Mark, the British surrender the island of Crete. The German battleship Bismarck is sunk in the North Atlantic, and the Nazis capture Kiev in the Ukraine.
1940.
I'm sorry?
40.
No? Shield?
42.
It was 1941. Back into open competition now for both teams, and we're talking about Canadian letters and literature. Who wrote Joshua Then and Now? Michelle?
Oh no. Mordecai Richler.
That's right. What category of literature does the Stephen Leacock Memorial Medal honor? Michelle?
Humor.
Right. And what daily newspaper did Robertson Davies edit from 1940? Michelle?
Toronto Star.
No, from 1940 to 1955. Dimesh?
The Globe.
It was the Peterborough Examiner. Now we'll end the round with some snappers. What does the acronym MAD stand for? Michelle?
I don't know.
Anyone else? Robert Borden? It is Mutual Assured Destruction. In which Canadian province would I find Lake Nipigon and Lake... Michelle?
Ontario.
That's right. Which Toronto-born newspaper magnate bought the Times of London? Ted?
Black.
No. London Times, Sir Robert Borden? Natasha?
Thompson.
That's right, it was Thompson. And finally, spell Jubilee. Michelle?
Oh boy. Jubilee.
That's right, for 10 points. We'll take a break there and check our score.
I hate
Sir Robert Borden has 90 points, and Bell is in the lead with 165. Let's move right into our second round, and we start, as always, with some snappers. Which Prime Minister is depicted on the Canadian $5 bill? Nimesh?
Pearson.
No. Bell? Mark?
Mackenzie.
It is Sir Wilfrid Laurier. The Sound and Vision Tour was in 1990. Ted?
David Bowie.
That's right. March 1985 marked the death of the octogenarian conductor who led the Philadelphia Orchestra. Michelle?
Bernstein.
No. Led the Philadelphia Orchestra for 44 years. Sir Robert Borden, what was his name? It was Eugene Ormandy. What principle states in a hierarchy every employee tends to rise to the level of his incompetence? Daryl?
Oh.
No answer? Sir Robert Borden? It is the Peter Principle. Now let's move on to our Who Am I question, worth 40 points on the first clue. I was born in 1729, the daughter of an obscure German prince. Who am I? Michelle?
Marie Antoinette.
No. Sir Robert Borden for 40 points. Nimesh?
Florence Nightingale.
No. Clue number 2 for 30 points. At the age of 14, I was betrothed to the Grand Duke Peter, heir to the throne of Russia. Natasha?
Catherine.
I'm sorry?
Catherine the Great.
That's right, for 30 points.
Yes. Right on, man.
Now, some more open questions. We're talking about mathematics this time. You might need your pencils and paper for these questions. First of all, calculate the log, base 2, of the number 64. Mark?
6.
That's right. Which is greater? The sine of a 55-degree angle, the cosine of a 55-degree angle, or neither? They are equal. Mark?
The cosine.
No? Natasha?
The sine.
That's right. 10 points. We call the number that is or is to be multiplied by another the multiplicand. What do we call a quantity to be subtracted from another? Mark?
A minuend.
No? Any answer on Sir Robert Borden? It is the subtrahend. These questions now are on geography. The motto of which Canadian province is, "Seek ye first the kingdom of God"? Shield?
British Columbia.
No?
Nothing.
Ted?
Quebec.
It is Newfoundland. What separates Labrador from the island of Newfoundland? Michelle?
Canso Strait.
No. Sir Robert Borden? Natasha?
Strait of Labrador.
It is the Strait of Belle Isle. What was the name of the now extinct Indian tribe who were the only... Michelle?
Oh no. Beothuk.
That's right. These questions now are on prohibition. The late 1920s saw gangsters, such as Al Capone, rise to head large organized crime networks. What were these networks' major source of income? Natasha?
Money from illegal sales of liquor.
That's right. From what country was most... Sheil?
Italy.
No, from what country was most of this liquor smuggled?
Canada.
Ted?
Canada.
That's right. What was the nickname of the U.S. Sheil?
The Untouchables.
No, the U.S. FBI agents assigned to stop the illegal import and sale of liquor. They were known as G-men. In what year did the USA repeal prohibition? Sheil?
33.
That's right. Now, let's move on to our art questions now. You'll receive some copies of some pictures. We're going to start by looking at picture number 25, on the bottom left. This painting, entitled The Governess, is the work of what French master? Michelle?
Cézanne.
No. Ray?
Renoir?
It is Chardin. By studying the style of clothing depicted as well as the style of painting, tell me what century it was. Michelle?
The 18th century.
That's right. It depicts an aristocratic way of life that was swept aside by what tumultuous event? Michelle?
French Revolution.
That's right. Now let's look at picture number 26 at the top of your page. This painting, entitled Northern Head of Grand Manan, is a mature work by what 19th century Canadian master? Ray?
Cornelius Krieghoff?
No. Belle, do you have an answer? Michelle?
Peel.
It is Lucius O'Brien. O'Brien crossed the country painting the landscape of the new Dominion of Canada. He was born in Shanty Bay in 1822. In 1867, Shanty Bay was located in what new province? Ray?
British Columbia?
No. Belle, do you have an answer? Mark?
Ontario.
It is Ontario. In 1880, O'Brien became the first president of what new national arts institution? Mark?
The National Gallery.
No. Sir Robert Borden, do you have an answer? It was the Royal Canadian Academy of Arts. Now let's look at the final picture, number 27. This is the creation of what famous 20th century European artist? Sheil?
Picasso.
No.
No.
Belle, do you have an answer? Mark?
Chagall.
That is correct. It is called At Noon, Summer, and is inspired by a figure enjoying what artistic pursuit? Natasha?
Playing the flute.
That's right. All right, enough about art. Let's move on to some questions about age. The character Jacques in Shakespeare's Much Ado About Nothing has a wonderful speech. Mark?
7.
I'm sorry?
7 ages. 7 ages of man.
That's right. What Canadian province has the lowest permissible age for marriage? Michelle?
Alberta.
No. Sir Robert Borden? Ray?
New Brunswick?
It is Quebec. Anyone who is living in their 8th decade is known as a...
Octogenarian.
Shield? No. Belle? Michelle?
Septuagenarian.
That's right. And let's end the round with some snappers. The German state Bayern is better known as what in English? Mark?
Bavaria.
That's right. In what year did the infamous Bay of Pigs invasion occur? Michelle?
61.
That's right. What German company first developed and marketed aspirin? Nimesh?
Bayer.
Yeah. And Muhammad Ali's former name was...
Cassius Clay.
that's not what we're looking for. Unfortunately, his former name was Cassius Clay. What was his former middle name?
Oh.
I don't know.
Mark?
Marcellus.
That's right, for 10 points. Now we'll take a break and take a look at the score. It is Bell 295, Sir Robert Borden 170. So let's move right into our third round with some more snappers. This American author's works included Ragged Dick, Luck and Pluck, and the Ragged Tom series, all books about the fulfillment of the American dream through perseverance and hard work. Name him. Michelle?
F. Scott Fitzgerald.
No. Sir Robert Borden? Natasha?
Steinbeck.
It was Horatio Alger. In what country would I find the historic province of Algarve? Ray?
Spain?
No. Michelle?
Germany.
It is Portugal. What Canadian poet wrote the collected poems about Klondike life? Natasha?
Service.
That's right. And what Canadian province contains the Hudson Bay port? Michelle?
Manitoba.
That's right, of Churchill. Now we move into our next team question. I'll give you a question and scramble for 10 points. In Canada, the Governor General's Awards are given for what? Michelle?
Literature.
That's right, for 10 points, and the rest of these questions will go to Bill, and they all deal with Canadian literature. This author has 3 Governor General's Awards to his credit from the previous years, but was recently snubbed for his 1989 novel, Solomon Gursky Was Here.
Mordecai Richler, wasn't it?
Michelle?
Mordecai Richler?
That's right. His books include In the Skin of a Lion and Coming Through Slaughter.
No.
Robertson Davies.
It is Michael Ondaatje. German film director Volker Schlordorf recently made a movie based on this Margaret Atwood novel.
The Handmaid's Tale.
That's right, for 10 points. And we move back into open competition now for both teams, and we're talking about building technology. Name the part of a drain pipe whose function is to hold water and thus form a seal preventing, Michelle?
A gutter?
No, preventing sewer gases from entering. Nimesh?
A reservoir.
It is the trap. What would I call a ventilation window of inclined horizontal slats? Natasha?
A gutter.
No? Bill? It is a louvre, or louver. What specific adjective describes rust-inhibitive zinc-coated iron? Ray?
Galvanized iron?
That's right. What term applies to an electrical connection to Earth by means of rods or... Ted?
Grounding?
That's right. Now, questions on words. All of these words begin with the word men. So M-E-N at the beginning of all these answers. What word means to put into good condition again? Mark?
Mend.
That's right. A serious disease in which the Sheil?
Meningitis.
That's right. The habit of telling lies is referred to as, Natasha?
Mendacious.
Do we accept that? No. We're looking for the noun. Michelle?
Mendacity?
That's right. This is a sea fish common along the eastern coast. Michelle?
Meniere.
No, along the eastern coast of the United States, used for making oil and fertilizer. So Robert Borden? It is menhaden. These questions now are on Johann Stark. In what category did Johann Stark win the Nobel Prize in 1919? Sheil?
Physics.
That's right. He received the Nobel Award for proving by experiment that an effect predicted by what other German in 1842? Darrell?
Doppler?
That's right. Stark is also known for modifying a photoequivalence law proposed by who? Michelle?
Newton.
No? Nimesh?
Einstein.
That's right, for 10 points. And now let's wrap up our game with some more snappers. Name the great Persian king who ruled from 5... Michelle?
Darius?
That's right. To which group of people did Charles Darwin first publicly present the ideas set forth in The Origin of the Species? It was the Linnean Society of London. What American was named the Wizard of Menlo Park? Michelle?
Thomas Edison.
That's right. What geological area makes up roughly half of Canada's shield?
Canadian shield.
No. Half of Canada's surface? Bill? Mark?
It is, yeah.
We will? All right. At the outbreak of World War I, what were the only 2 independent nations in Africa? Shield?
Zimbabwe and Zaire.
No.
Egypt.
Mark?
Liberia and Egypt.
No, it was Liberia and Ethiopia. Colonel Sanders' first fast food restaurant opened in Mark?
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
That's right. Stibnite is the most important source of what element? Shield?
Silver.
No. Bell, do you have an answer?
Say something.
Michelle?
Gold.
Antimony. The orchard apple, or Malus domestica, is a cultured species of what family? It is the rose family. In Mordecai Richler's classic novel, The Apprenticeship of Duddy Kravitz, Duddy's father tells him that a man is nothing without what? Natasha?
Money.
No. Darrell?
His honor?
Land. Name Canada's first public aquarium. Mark?
The Montreal Aquarium.
No. Sir Robert Borden, Ray?
Marine land.
It is the Vancouver Aquarium. Spur, helical, worm, and bevel are the 4 main types of... Mark?
Screw.
No. Sir Robert Borden? Natasha?
Measuring devices.
They are gears. And finally, what is the purpose of the piece of furniture which is called a whatnot? It was very fashionable in the early 19th century and Victorian times. Mark?
To hold knickknacks.
Yeah, we'll accept that, to display ornaments. And that wraps up our championship game, which Bell wins 415 to 230 over Sir Robert Borden. Congratulations to both teams. They'll both be moving on to the next level of play in the Ontario Championships. Our judge and adjudicator, Roger Taguchi, will now present the trophy to Bell High School. Congratulations to Daryl, Ted, Michelle, and Mark. So as I mentioned, both these teams will be moving on to the next level of play, and we'd like to congratulate both of them and wish them luck against teams from all over Ontario. Roger Taguchi will be presenting plaques to both our teams, and for now, we'll wrap it up here on School Reach 1992. We'll see you next year.